Hi folks, welcome to Set Apart Homestead. Well, I had to come inside the tent. I'm up here, was doing some videos, and all of a sudden it just started pouring on me again. It's lightened up again though, but I'll just sit here. As of the filming of this video, the President has announced this morning that he will be declaring a state of emergency due to the invasion on our southern border. And oh my goodness, there are some people just losing their minds. But is this the best way for us to go? You know, the whole thing of building a wall and securing the border has all of a sudden become this, hard right conservative issue. But back when Obama was president and other Democrat presidents in the past have also talked about securing the border. It wasn't just a right conservative, hard right conservative issue. It was, liberals at times talked about it also. It's just because Donald Trump is president that all of a sudden they don't want to do it. So, he's agreed to sign this spending bill so the government wouldn't shut down. But he said, hey, then I'm going to go this other route. It's going to get done one way or the other, and I'm going to show you people in Washington that, this little game that you play of acting like that you're working but not really getting anything done doesn't work with me. So he's going to do that. Now, the details haven't really come out yet, other than they're going to, come up with a total of around $8 billion to build the wall. Most likely the Army Corps of Engineers will be the ones in charge of doing that, which seems logical. But, there are other things that he could do. There's other things that he could use the powers, the emergency powers of the president to do other things to secure the border. So we'll see what all happens. But what I really wanted to tell you about is, as much as some of that sounds really good, it kind of makes me a little nervous. And the reason is that from my understanding and research, the Emergency Powers Act has never been used in this manner before. Basically, when a president can't get a certain bill or spending passed, then he uses this act to declare emergency to get it done. And what bothers me is that our government, any government, and it doesn't really matter who's in power, because I don't really trust any of them, no matter how conservative they say they are, that they have a way of, when you give them authority, they never want to give it back. When they, you give them authority for a certain while to do something, to usurp the Constitution, or to go around it, or to take your right away, or something like that. For just a short while, you say, okay, listen, you can do this for a little bit, but then after that, we're cutting you off. The government doesn't listen very well. They kind of take it and run with it. And I have a fear that we're setting a precedent. And there may be a lot of people that disagree with me, and I'm not trying to start an argument. I'm just saying kind of where I'm coming from. I'm not opposed to securing the border and building a wall. I'm not opposed to those things. It just worries me that how we're going to have to be on our guard even more. Madam Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, stated yesterday afternoon or last night, she basically said it. You've opened the door, and the next time there's a Democrat in the White House, which, the way cycles go, will probably be the one after Trump, and most likely he or she will be, more liberal than even Obama, the way things are going in the Democrat Party. Just beware, because we'll do the same thing when it comes to, the Second Amendment, or climate change, or health care. She didn't say those exact words. She did mention guns. She mentioned the amount of shootings and assault weapons and things like that. So, we could very easily see the next president, declaring a state of emergency because there's an epidemic of guns and killing and shootings. There's an epidemic of, health care and people not having enough and all that sort of thing. I could see, because that's what lawyers do. See, the politicians are the people that get up and speak, but the attorneys and stuff are the ones behind the scenes actually coming up with all the wording, the way to twist it to get it around the law so that it's legal, but it's not really the intent of what it was meant to do. And so I could see them definitely twisting things around to get that authority to do, say, a gun confiscation. At the very least, you know, an assault weapons ban and confiscation. So it's something to think about and to be prepared for. You know, I don't want to sound like I'm, you know, screaming that the sky is falling and to, you know, get everyone in a, you know, hyper tizzy. But, you know, as much as there's good in this, I worry of what could happen in the long term with using the Emergency Act to do this. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, am I kind of off? I mean, I'm from the things that I'm reading from both the right and the left, the politicians, they're saying the same thing. They're saying that you know, while, you know, some that do support building the wall are saying, hey, you know, we want to get this thing built too, but this probably isn't the best way to do it because you're opening that door that the government's never going to ever close again. And of course they're going to challenge it. You know, that's what they do. They're going to they challenge everything he does. And they're going to challenge it. They may succeed, but there's a good chance that he'll win out on this one. It just worries me of what's going to happen the next time. So hey, you know, what maybe that I'm saying is that, you know, whatever you're going to do to get yourself prepared and armed and stocked up, you probably ought to have your plan that it's done before he's out of office. Because if the next one gets into office, it's even more liberal than him, things may get bad. I don't know. This is the second take on this video. My camera is doing some weird things this morning. It keeps freezing up. And usually when I do second and third takes, they're not very well. I kind of get all my steam out in the first one, and then I kind of lose it when I have to do retakes. So this one's not too good. I think you're understanding me. You know, I'm getting the point across at least that, you know, we need to be worried about this one because the left has for years made it quite known the things that they want to do to come in and infringe and trample and destroy the rights that you and I enjoy and believe, you know, are inalienable. And they have tried in many ways to figure out to get around those, and they've had some successes. And if they believe now that, hey, all we got to do is declare a state of emergency because there's too many guns on the streets, or because, you know, there's too many people hoarding food, or that there's a state of emergency because of, you know, the climate, and so we've got to cut back on this or that. The Emergency Powers Act gives the president an immense amount of power. I mean, very much, you could say, dictatorial power. If you start reading it, of what he can do, the potential of power that he has there once a state of emergency has been declared. Most of those powers have never been used. They're just kind of sitting there just in case something big ever happens and he needs to use them. Well, what if that something big is something, you know, created by the left, and because of this opening of the door, this opening of Pandora's box, they use that to blow up their, you know, emergency, that it's some state of emergency now. So I think it's definitely something that we need to keep our eyes on and look at it objectively. Just because you may support Trump and you may support the wall and you may support all that, you know, is this the best way to do it? And are we opening Pandora's box? I don't know. I'm just going by the things that I've read and what many others, both on the left and right, are saying, that it's something to be very cautious about and to be concerned with and to, I think, monitor. So let me know what you think. You know, I'm not trying to pose an argument here to say this is the wrong thing to do or that he shouldn't be doing this. It's just something that I think we should think about and be a little concerned with. You know, I get it what he's doing. they're playing their typical Washington, D.C. game of doing nothing but making themselves look busy, and he's trying to get something done. So, alright, that's about all I have. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you all in the next video.